The royal world is abuzz with unexpected news as Princess Anne, the steadfast and hardworking royal, ascends to prominence. Has the relationship between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine taken a sour turn? The nation was thrown into turmoil when, in a surprising twist of fate, Princess Anne ascended to the throne after an unexpected and highly controversial series of events. It began with a late-night broadcast where King Charles, after years of being the monarch, unexpectedly announced his abdication due to unforeseen health concerns. The world was stunned, and speculation ran wild who would succeed him. Princess Anne, often overlooked in the line of succession, was the last person anyone expected to take on the role. Known for her no-nonsense attitude, nobody could have predicted her swift and assertive rise to power. The announcement sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace, and soon the streets of London were filled with reporters, royal insiders, and concerned citizens trying to piece together the story behind Charles's decision. The immediate reaction was one of disbelief. Princess Anne had always played a secondary role to her brothers, first Prince Andrew and later Prince Charles. Now the throne was hers. While the royal family remained tight-lipped, the media flooded the airwaves with rumors of Anne's secret ambitions and whether this decision had been planned for years. The nation was on edge, and nobody knew what to expect next. Across the world, royal watchers, celebrities, and politicians weighed in, debating Anne's suitability for the throne. Her history of blunt remarks and fierce independence made her a polarizing figure. Some believed her no-nonsense approach was exactly what the monarchy needed in a rapidly changing world, while others feared her ascension would create further divisions within the already fractured royal family. The most shocking reaction came from Queen Camilla, who had been quietly preparing for her role as consort, but was suddenly faced with a new and unexpected reality. Camilla, ever the diplomat, was visibly shaken by the news. Her carefully laid plans to support Charles as king were suddenly rendered moot. In a private moment with her closest advisors, Camilla's composure cracked. "This cannot be happening," she muttered, pacing the room. Anne's rise was a public slap in the face, and Queen Camilla struggled to accept the monarchy's future without her expected prominence. Would she still have a place in the royal court, or would Princess Anne, with her commanding presence, overshadow everything Camilla had worked for? Princess Anne's coronation came within days of the announcement. It was unlike any previous royal coronation, a spectacle that drew global attention. Held in Westminster Abbey, the ceremony lacked a grand procession. Ever the pragmatist, Anne opted for a more subdued and practical approach. She wore a dark tailored suit, symbolizing the strength and no-nonsense attitude she intended to bring to the throne. The message was clear. The monarchy would evolve to meet the times, and Anne was leading that change. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla, who had anticipated a different future, sat in the royal box with an expression of deep contemplation. Her fingers clutched the armrest tightly as she watched Anne take her place. The public was left in shock as the monarchy took an unexpected turn. Would Princess Anne be the monarch the country needed, or would her approach fracture the royal family beyond repair? For Camilla, it was clear that the future she had envisioned was now gone, and a new era loomed large. In the days following the coronation, tensions between Queen Camilla and the new Queen Anne grew. Behind closed doors, the royal family was divided. Prince William, always the dutiful son, attempted to mediate between the two women, but his efforts met resistance. Anne, determined to carve her own path, rejected suggestions of compromise, insisting it was time for the monarchy to embrace the modern world. Camilla, clinging to traditional ideals, began to feel increasingly isolated. Rumors swirled that her relationship with Charles had become strained, leaving Camilla feeling both displaced and betrayed. The divide between the two queens became a public spectacle. Anne's supporters hailed her as a forward-thinking monarch, while Camilla's camp argued her royal duties had been unfairly diminished. Camilla began working behind the scenes to maintain her relevance, carefully curating public appearances and showcasing her continued dedication to royal duties. However, Anne's bold leadership often overshadowed her efforts, raising questions about Camilla's future in the monarchy. As Anne settled into her role, her impact on the monarchy became undeniable. She was widely praised for her decisive actions and modern approach, focusing on charity work, global diplomacy, and cultural sensitivity. Her leadership revitalized the monarchy, making her a symbol of change in the 21st century. Camilla, meanwhile, struggled to find her footing, and her more traditional approach seemed increasingly out of place. Anne's diplomatic triumphs further solidified her position as a modern monarch. Her first major state visit to France was met with widespread approval, as her speeches resonated with both the French government and its people. Anne's fluency in multiple languages and her deep understanding of global politics earned her admiration from world leaders. Camilla's efforts to maintain her status continued, but the media and public attention remained focused on Anne. The relationship between the two queens grew increasingly strained, casting doubt on whether the royal family could find a harmonious balance. Queen Anne's modernization efforts brought the monarchy closer to the public. Through social media and direct communication, she connected with younger generations, cementing her position as a forward-thinking monarch. Yet, as Anne's popularity soared, Camilla's role remained uncertain. The question lingered: could the monarchy embrace both tradition and progress, or would Anne's vision overshadow all else? The British monarchy faced an era of transformation. Under Queen Anne's leadership, it navigated the complexities of a modern world while maintaining its traditions. Camilla's quieter presence, though less prominent, remained a potential source of wisdom and guidance. Together or apart, their legacies would shape the future of the royal family, with the world watching closely.